Hello everyone, I hope everyone's having a very great day and also a great week. My week was kind of something else, but other than that, I am doing great and I'm hoping everyone else is also doing great. So, I'm sorry I haven't recorded or made any videos in a while. It's just that I've been a bit busy since my sister is pregnant with my nephew and I've been helping her out and she's close to having her child, so I gotta make sure I be there for her. So I'll be kind of busy somewhat this week. So this is going to be this week's video. And not just this week. I'm also doing another thing for this week. It'll be in between times I'm helping my sister and in between the times I'm doing something. But I'll get to that when I get to the end of the video because it's the most rewarding thing I could ever give to my audience and to everyone that actually, likes and watch my videos and stuff. So this part of the video I already made before. It's called my wish list for my hopes and wish list for Gen 8, but I'm adding a bit more to it, and it's also going to be the things I don't want to see. I can't remember the orders of these pictures, but I'm finna just get started. The first thing you see is like a festival or like a carnival. This is how I would prefer the Wi-Fi like spot will be. Like instead of having it like the festival plaza, have like an actual festival and plaza where there's mini games and stuff and a lot of fun things to actually do. And if you want to battle someone, you can go up to a booth and then just tell them that you want to battle to make things like more fun or interesting. In those mini games, you could play to earn like items and stuff a bit more than Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon can offer. Just a bit more. Let me start from here. This one evolves alternate shinies. So these are shinies I made. Well, alternate shinies I made. You can actually pick out which ones you actually like the most. But this is what I would actually like to see. Like alternate shinies to actually make the Pokemons look a bit better. I just made Charizard X a bit darker and made the blue, well, the fire a different blue, but still same. But you kind of get the picture. The black and green Typhlosion, blue Blaziken gets lighter. I was thinking of Ultra Instinct when I made Infernape. Pink Embor because roasted pork. I don't know why I made Delphox like blue. Purple Incineroar. Then you got the other ones. I like the shell color. I did that, the red. And then the water types kind of get a little green. So yeah, alternate shinies would actually be nice. It's will be like something new that everybody will actually likes. And then moving on from that is to like dye a Pokeball a different color or have it in a different color. Like I would take the Beast Ball and make the yellow parts blue and make the rest of it red, so it represents Solgaleo Lunala's shiny form. But I will make the blue a bit darker to represent Necrozma. So creating Pokeballs and dyeing them and make them a different color will make them more like interesting. Next is special like things that like if you have your Pokemon with you, they can react to the environment to make them more to make things like interesting. Like when you take Melmetal to a Cerulean cave or Meltan, they will start glowing this color, and if you take Meltan to the power plant, it will actually taste the different metals. So something like that. So moving on from that, season change. They Lily got rid of that. I don't know why, but season changing is not bad. I mean, it helps getting different Pokemons from different seasons. Yes, it's not even an annoying concept. I don't know why they get rid of that. Oh, and also, if you ever notice in Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee is never night in Kanto, so it's daytime all the time. Next is Mega Evolutions or new form for every other like starter Pokemons, because only Gen 1 and 2, Gen 1 and 3 got Megas, and Gen 6 with Greninja it only got a form change. So I kind of don't find that fair at all. I know designing Pokemons is not easy. Y'all gonna hear me say that more than once. So I know it's probably not gonna be possible because once you create a design for a Pokemon, you gotta let it go through like a whole bunch of people, and everybody had to like your idea or said idea for the Pokemon. Next is returning of Z moves. I know that not many people like it, but I still like Z moves, and also new Z moves for legendaries and mythicals that never got it, to even the playing field. But don't make Z moves too powerful. I know they're ultimate moves and stuff, but at least like, nah, it'd be fine. I wouldn't say like nerf them or anything because they're fine. And also would like to see like a new type. I don't know what type of type I would expect, but a new typing would actually be interesting to see in a new Pokemon game. But other than that, I'm just fine to see like all the types we already know. Next is from Gen 4, when you can actually buy a villa from Pokemon Platinum, and I also think Diamond and Pearl. I would actually prefer that other than secret bases because owning your own house is actually more better. You can actually rest and do anything like interesting if they want to add more things to it. Next is I can't remember what this was called. I think it was Battle Spot. Probably not. It was Battle something, but at least a place that we can go to refight gym leaders, and they're actually more powerful than the than the first time you ever fought them. That's what I was trying to say. And also people that you helped out, you get to fight them as well. On certain days they will appear, or and just like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you could call them on certain days and they'll go to the dojo. You can actually fight them all that way too. Just give yourself a harder challenge. The next is like a better battle restaurant, better than Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Even though Ultra Sun and Moon let you go back to the battle restaurant anytime you want after you completed battling the I wouldn't say restaurant owner, but she's like the connoisseur queen. Once you beat her, you can go back anytime you want. So, but the only problem I have with that is only single battles. I would actually like to see the return of triple battles and all the other battles, basically. So I say a better battle restaurant, just like in Gen 4. Next is, this is something I don't want to see. Now, I know these forms are in the game, but I actually was hoping and actually would like to see like Solgaleo and Lunala take their Radiant Sun phase and Full Moon phase and actually have these clouds around them because they actually look very cool. I just say don't give anything a concept art if you're not going to truly apply it to anything. They don't even take these like this type of form in the anime. It's kind of upsetting. But we already know what they do in these forms. Next is Pokemon following us. I'm pretty sure they might already have that, but that's about it with this one. It's just Pokemon following us. This is something I actually do want. Next thing I actually do want is like co-op again, but this time the second player will actually interact with you and stuff. And actually pick up items, like items if you miss it, and actually interact with people. In dressing up our partners, or partner Pokemon, or starter, what I meant to say, or Pokemons in general, and throw them out. It could be little accessories even. I mean, I've been playing this Digimon game, and you can actually give accessories to giant Digimon, so I don't get how's that like kind of hard to give for any other Pokemon. Just make the items small, or at least something they can actually wear, but nothing too crazy. Next it would be like overworld Pokemons, I believe. I think I have another image for that too. But overworld Pokemons is kind of like something I don't want to see again, because think about this: in Sun and Moon, well, not what I say Sun and Moon. In Let's Go games, did you know that when you actually start the game, you can actually see or run into a shiny the second you start the game. So by that logic, that kind of means a random shiny has spawned in an area that you haven't been to and unspawned in that same area. That's why I never liked that concept of overworld Pokemons, because they would spawn and despawn in that same area that you're not in. So that kind of upsets me a lot. Because imagine if you're looking for that one shiny and you just gave up, but it appeared in another area, like not too long ago. And also, to prove that point, in fact, I remember on Junichi Masuda's birthday, I was planning on shiny hunting a Psyduck. But first, I was catching random Pidgeys, and then I broke that chain, so I said, oh well, finna go for a Psyduck. Then a shiny Psyduck just appears out of nowhere, and it was just random. I have the shiny charm and everything, so it's still random. It's something I don't want to see. I would actually say more. I would say about this. The thing I had to say about this image is bring back held items. For the love of God, please bring back held items, because the competitive scene in Let's Go is highly annoying, because you can actually put a Pokemon to sleep and then just stealth rock everyone's team, and then you call it a day, or poison someone's team and call it a day, and everyone just uses Mewtwo. So that is definitely no fun for real. Next is the Versus Seeker, or to have like old trainers you already battle respawn, just like gym leaders, or the Elite Four. Just have like all the NPCs just respawn after beating the game, or after a couple of minutes or a while. And you don't even have to like catch their like gaze. You could just talk to them and then they'll just rebattle you. And that way you can actually level up your Pokemon more easily. Or just bring back the Versus Seeker and just call that a day, because the Versus Seeker is literally the best item to have if you want to like train up your Pokemons and stuff. Next is the Rotom Dex becoming more like a phone. And I say this will be more better, instead of it constantly like talking to you and stuff and handholding, but like holding apps and stuff and items, and you have like small apps that you could play like mini games and stuff. Since Nintendo, well not Nintendo, Pokemon Company per se is actually competed with like phones, this way I would say will be better, and they can actually create an app similar to it. You can have like a Rotom like for a phone, so that's like killing two birds with one stone. And the apps and stuff would be like all Pokemon related. Like you got your Pokédex, you got like your bag, or something, just something very interesting. You got your games, apps, pictures, photos, gallery, things like that. Oh, and this is like the secondary thing about the festival, as the Wi-Fi, like a real festival for the Wi-Fi plaza. Just a whole bunch of mini games and stuff, and just somewhere that is fun and just make things more lively in the game. Next is having a small Pokemon help us find items in hidden places, just like how they did in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I know it was only for that one time, but they should have kept up with it. I know this was something I said I didn't want it, but since I actually tried it out, it was not bad, and that actually got me thinking like they could like implement this into the game, so we can actually use small Pokemons to get things for us that we didn't even know it was there. What was this one? I honestly don't remember what this image was about. Oh well. I know this one was about this one's actually something I did want it. This was more about flying through the skies with Rayquaza, or going underground with Groudon, or going underseas with Kyogre. It doesn't have to necessarily be their primal mega forms, but just going places to actually discover more Pokemons. Like there's literally over 809 Pokemons, and they only pick a selective for certain regions. So I don't get why this kind of be the hassle. I mean, graphics and stuff wise, I see, but it wouldn't be that hard to implement into a game. Maybe, I'm not sure. And like I said, like flying through the skies again. But also instead of like how you fly on through the skies with Latias or Latios and you shiny hunt them and they're shiny, but when you fly through the skies they're normal. So I was thinking more like take the let's go idea and make them shiny and fly through the sky. So you can actually have a really cool shiny while flying through the skies or under the seas or doing something. Next is returning. This is something I actually do want. Returning like events for mythical Pokemons. They all kind of deserve their like their own event. I hate like they will give us their hidden secret moves or whatever you want to call it, their signature moves. I would prefer to actually go to a place and like a special event happens and then they will learn their moves. Like if Gen 6 in X and Y, there's like a giant empty slot. You take Hoopa there, and then it will use hyperspace hold to return like a castle or something that it took, or something giant that it took, or in or as it will go to its unbound form and bring back something large. Or like with Diancie, you can go to the cave with all those carbinks, and then you could go to that one room that's shiny, and then have a special event where all gems and stuff just like form from the ground, then it mega evolves, and then it learns Diamond Storm like that. A whole bunch of carbings are around, and then what would be a good one for Volcanion? I would say at the power plant, because some power plants do run on hot steam water, but that's hot steam, hot water basically. You can take it up to there, and you can actually unlock it, and you could go in there, and then there'll be like a pool of water, and then it could just suck it up, and then it just learn steam eruption after like it uses the move. Something interesting at least. They kind of died that back down in Gen after Gen 5. Next is like just like in Pokemon Go, just give us like tasks. And also I was playing, I think I already mentioned this, but this Digimon game I was playing actually gives me tasks to do instead of continue on with the main story. And these tasks are extremely helpful because they give me money and very helpful items that I'm always going to need. So I will say like give us like tasks to do in the Pokemon games. Like at least something to distract us from the main story so we don't have to like progress real quick or go through the whole game very quickly. Or have us give us tasks after the game or before. I would say before because you'll get items and stuff from it. Or you could get a Pokemon from it. Just something interesting. Just add like these things to make the game more interesting and more lively. And more not practical, more like let's say more real. Next is just save backup. The save cloud backup just really the Gen 8 games really need this one because I know cloning and hacking is a thing and they don't want people cloning their Pokemons, but the thing about that is since the Let's Go games are not compatible with save cloud, which means we can't save our game files. So if our Switch is broken, that is all that hard work gone to waste. So all that 400 candies into that Melmetal is gone. And all those shinies you hunted for are now gone. So I really hope Gen 8 will actually have this, because without this gives people more of a reason to hack into save their file from a cheating device. What I'm trying to say. Without a save cloud to actually save our data. You get Pokemon Company giving us more of a reason to do it, so we don't lose that precious grinding and hours spent. Next is the Pokeathlon. This would be like something very interesting to re-see come back because this was actually pretty fun to do, earning points and stuff to get like those evolution stones or any other items. And that's all I had to say about this. It's just fun mini game. I really would love for them to bring that back in contest. The contest like from Gen 4. That would be awesome. Next is more evolutions for legendaries. It doesn't have to be. It can be pre-evolution. It could be an evolution, but they don't have to do this because designing a Pokemon is not easy. Like I said before. Next is event items for the mythical of the region. Like they can give us the items and let us go hunt the mythicals ourselves because this would have been like something everyone would actually like to do again. Same thing. And then making food for our Pokemon is something I would actually love to do again because I actually did like making puffins in Gen 4. Then another new ghost event. I already know they're going to do that, but I just hope it's not like you walk into the building and they disappear. I actually like to interact and then actually have like a good spooky story. Next is something I don't want to see. Is having characters in your game or in said franchise and they're just there just to be there, but yet they still give you something. Like with Ryuki, Kahili, and Mina, they was all there in Sun and Moon. They didn't really do much. But on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, he's just in the gym. She just appears in Carton Hill just to talk about the Z crystal and how she used to be a trial. I think she used to be a trial captain. I can't remember. And Mina and Sun and Moon didn't do much. She just gave you Z crystal and just walked away. But in the Ultra game, she actually had her own trial, which was great. But in the Sun and Moon games, I wish she still had that trial, but different in the Ultra games. So I just don't want to see like characters that are there just to be there. I would actually like for them to have roles, because that's kind of a waste. Like, I know it's supposed to draw a mystery, but that's kind of a waste. Also, I hate unanswered questions in games. Pokemon games. And then next is something I do want to see, but I'm pretty sure people probably won't. Is new ways to evolve your Pokemons instead of the old typical way to do it. You know, leveling up. I'd actually love to see new ways. Like when they introduced Meltan and Melmetal and how to get Melmetal, it's kind of ridiculous to get 400 candies, yes, but I'm literally on my 7th Melmetal pretty soon. 7th or 8th, I believe. So it's kind of not that hard, but if you have enough berries. But anyways, I actually loved it because it only can evolve in Pokemon Go, which is actually a unique thing they added. It's a new way to evolve a Pokemon, and this is something I actually love seeing. It's a new way to evolve. Next is the graphics. Not graphics, but yeah, graphics a bit, and in the way that our characters look. The Let's Go games were okay, but I like the Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon games a bit better because they made our characters taller and a bit older looking. In Let's Go games, everyone looked very young. Even Professor Oak looked young. The style and stuff is okay. It's just that I would actually like to see a more mature character in art style a bit. Next is this is something I do want to see. It's more of on the lines of a darker theme. I know Ultra Sun and Moon was supposed to be more of a darker theme, but it was not really. I mean, Ultra Necrozma was here and there, but I was expecting more of a darker story. But I would actually love to see a darker story in Pokemon, but not too dark. Next is having a post game. This is something I don't want to see, but yet do want to see. I don't want to see them making a post game, but only You only do a couple of things and then it's over. I want to see a post game that actually continues like the main storyline. Like with a Team Rocket thing, they could have like had like something interesting on each island. Like Archie and Maxie, I mean, yes, Archie and Maxie could be on one island, Lysander could be on the other, Gexis on another, and Sarius on another, while Giovanni is like on in Aether with Faba. But how would that work? Let's see, 4 islands. So Archie, Maxie on one. Yeah, they all fit. Next is oh, but well, I already said something about graphics, but at least special events with the legendaries. Like I know I said mythicals, but mythicals are not legendaries. There's a difference. But events with legendaries, just like well, legendary had like a good event. I will use Tornadus, Thunderous, and Landorus as a good example. We have like those two with you in Pokemon Black and White and Black. I don't know about Black 2 and White 2, but in Black and White, if you have those two in the Pokeball, they would start shaking and getting scared. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon, we take Lunala or Sergaleo to the lake, which never been explained at all. They just create a Cosmog, and that's it. Like, I would actually love to see more events with other legendaries at least. Next is, I would actually love to see an African-based region. Reasons why is because of, you know, everyone comes from Africa. Like, you may try to, like, doubt it, but it's true. Everyone comes from Africa. Africa is actually known as the motherland or the Garden of Eden. So this is the place. So Africa is the place where all life begins, and it's the place where all life will end. I'm trying to think the X and Y thing will fit this more better, but this will actually been perfect for a Pokemon region in my opinion. I mean, some people probably want a more European or another. There are not many people talk about Asian region. I wouldn't mind another Asian region for real. Or what else would be a nice region? I wouldn't say any place that was cold, but it gotta be like a nice sized region. Probably Russia. Oh, that's too big. I wouldn't say North America, but it'll be okay. Brazil would be actually nice. So, so yeah, that's about it for this video. Sorry it kind of dragged on for a bit, but these are all the things I hope to see in these like Pokemon game, the next Pokemon game, Gen 8, which I'm also hoping they will announce like this month since it's February. And I'm also planning on doing some things like you know what? I'm probably gonna talk about it in a separate video. I'm sorry, but this video already dragged on. I shall see y'all next time, or well, basically next video.